Once again, don't forget to log on to doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Doggydiamondsnofilter.com. There you will get all the audio versions of the podcast as well as the videos that you might have missed. You didn't see it, didn't come across your timeline. And you can also input your email and get special email blasts from the website. You should just bookmark it and visit it. You can also shop. You can buy my merch. You can donate. Whatever you want to do, you can follow me on social media platforms. Everything pertaining to Doggy Diamonds is on doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Also, for only $100, I'll promote your content on my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, Threads, and doggydiamondsnofilter.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggy Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. Let's get to it. What up? What up? How's everybody feeling tonight? Saturday. Wanted to get hurt earlier for y'all, but I worked out and I got tired. So I took a little nap. But I'm here. Talk to y'all. Quick dialogue. I won't keep you all night on a Saturday night, but I want to do some quick dialogue with y'all. Point out a few things. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I see you. Shout out to everybody who hit that like button. It's important to hit the like button. Yes. All right. I'm here. I'll be so busy trying to stop it on beat that anyway. What's up, everybody? I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter Podcast. This is the video version that will be turned into the audio version. If you are in a live chat right now and you say, well, I'm already live, I don't know how to hit the like button, all you have to do, go out of the live. If you're on your telephone, go out of the live, hit the like button, and then just hit live chat again. It's really that simple. So I know many times people don't know how to hit the live. I can show you in real time how to do it, even though, I really don't got the time to show you because I want to do the show. But maybe people don't know how to do it. So all you do is you go to the live button. Oh, whoa. We don't need that right now. So when you come up, it comes up live. You see that? It's live. All you have to do is exit out a live chat. You hit the like button, and then you hit live chat again on your phone. Hold on, the live chat is. Oh yeah, you just hit live chat back again, and then you back on the live. So how's everybody feeling tonight? I wanted to talk to y'all. When we are hip hop 50, everybody's hip hop 50 out. Hip hop 50. Great. I'm happy with that. Everybody is celebrating. Everybody seems to be happy. Everybody's happy with hip hop culture. Thank you, hip hop. If it wasn't for you, I would. We see all these things going on. There's many narratives running around. I don't have a problem with any of them. I'm not here to dispel anything with people's opinion on hip hop. That's on you. However, you was affected by this culture. That's on you. It's not for me to say, oh, you wasn't affected like that. You don't, whatever. But I do want to say that hip hop, I've said it before, hip hop is a part of black culture, but it's not black culture. We have other culture. They made it all about black culture. So now we think all we really have is hip hop, and we have other, we're not a monolith. We different things is uh um um I think different things makes us up. It makes us have different culture within our culture, right? So everything is about hip hop, and I'm not even mad at it. So they say yesterday made 50 years. They took a party and put a date on it, even though I think hip hop predates 50 years. Um, then again, I can't say because I'm not 50, so I can't say what started before I was born and when it started. So hip hop is older than me, and I can't say when it started, but I would say hip hop. When you think about hip hop, I think of the elements. I think of the breaking, the dancing, the graffiti, the DJ, the MC, the fashion. That's what I think of when I think about hip hop, because you got break dancing, then you just got dancing that's not break dancing, but they combine the two. So they say hip hop started on this particular day at a particular place. Who am I to argue that? I can't argue that. I wasn't around. I wasn't there. So I can't argue that. But I would say hip hop in its purest form probably didn't start that day because many of the elements wasn't in the building. But then again, what do I know? It's just an argument, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. So with the celebrations, with the love fest that's going on, my biggest problem is that it's hip hop has become very dark. Now, when I was growing up in hip hop, um, I think this was the beginning of what is was dubbed to be gangster rap, right? This was the beginning. This was the beginning of NWA coming out. Schoolie D was out, but he wasn't commercially. He didn't have the commercial appeal. But this is the beginning of uh, uh, uh um you know, NWA and these groups. And it was really profanity, but NWA was like the first group I heard besides, you know, KRS One saying, my nine go bang, different things, different things. But the first time we heard I heard profanity and talking about killing and murder was NWA. That's for me. Schoolie D says some stuff, but I wasn't really too up on Schoolie D. NWA was almost like, ooh, the worst thing that I heard in hip hop at one point in my life was Slick Rick and Lottie Dottie when he said, with your wrinkled pussy. And I remember my grandmother was like, cut that shit off, and that was it. But it was scattered curses. It was curses. But NWA brought that gangster rap, like that murder, death, kill rap that we started seeing on Channel 7 based off of them doing worldwide coverage of gangs. Then you had like colors coming out. Then you had different things coming out that we was like, what the hell is going on around the world? Because we couldn't fathom dudes with Jerry curls being gangsters. But little did we know shit was up. It was real, because we looked at people with Jerry curls to be like, Michael Jackson and pop stars and stuff like that. We didn't think dudes from the hood got they hair relaxed. You know what I'm saying? And you could say whatever you want, but I'm talking about from a New York standpoint of view. So if you say it's iced tea, sorry, I'm adjusting this microphone. Hold on. If you say it's iced tea, whatever you say, I'm talking about from a Brooklyn, New York standpoint, what we heard. So I'm not saying who was the first. No, he was the first person. He might have been the first person that you heard. I'm talking about what I heard. Okay. I'm talking about what I heard. So little did we know it was some dudes out on the West Coast that it was up. And they talking about AK-47s and all that. And we was just like, yo, they got crazy guns. They got this, that. You know, we grew fascinated by it. But that was on wax. We never thought that it would go from wax to being really on the street. Because when I started doing parties, this is my first introduction to hip hop was parties. My first I'm really a DJ. Like I really could get on turntables. Don't tell nobody. But I started on turntables. When I was doing hip hop early on, break beats, there wasn't that many MCs. For me to see, y'all gonna keep saying names and all that. Just stop doing that. I said where I heard it at, all right? Because y'all be derailing stuff with your opinion. It's not about what you think. Where I heard it at, okay? Where I heard it. Let's just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? So in its inception, when I'm doing parties, there was no microphone connected to the turntables because the microphone would have had to been in the mixer. So in the mixer, I wish I could show y'all this mixer. In this mixer that I have that I do my show from, I have and this is not a DJ mixer, but a DJ mixer will have a headphone piece and it will have a microphone piece, and you will plug in the microphone. And if somebody nice walked in, you gave them the microphone to rap on because you know they nice, they're about to tear it up. So in situations like that, me being a DJ, I started DJing when I was like about 12, yeah, like 12. Being a DJ, when Fat Chris walked in, you know Fat Chris going to kill it. Fat Chris is Biggie. So Fat Chris coming in, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Fat Chris came in. Yo, tell Fat Chris to come up because I'm going to cut this record. So you knew Fat Chris was coming to certain parties, and I'm talking about local parties around the way, house parties. You know, Fat Chris going to get on. But the microphone wasn't, everybody wasn't getting on that. And me, I've always been the way I was. If you rapped, then that's trash. Like, I would cut the music. Like, no. So the MC wasn't dominant as it is now because people would say, I don't know how to rap. I don't rap. I don't know how to rap, right? Now, everybody knows how to rap. So there is no such thing as an MC anymore. Now it's rappers, because rarely do you see a person get at a house party and start rapping and be like, yo, throw your hands in it. You know, he doesn't know how to articulate and get the crowd captivated with his raps. Biggie knew how to rap where it was for the crowd. That's why he said, I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8 38s. You know, you can't touch my riches. If he knew the punchlines to say to get the crowd going, that's an MC. You know, so it's the difference between somebody just getting up there and saying, I sipped the Don P, watching Gone Deep. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, but it's a difference between rapping and the crowd understands what you're saying, right? From a crowd control standpoint, from a call and response standpoint. That's my early inception. Gangster rap was coming up, but gangster rap to us was for people who were gangsters. So you couldn't be a gangster rapper if you wasn't no gangster. Being a street dude and a gangster rapper wasn't the same thing to us because we're all professed to be street dudes because we from the hood, right? Then it became a point to where you're a gangster rapper and you could be a fake street dude, but if you talk street shit, you a gangster rapper. So gangster rapper had nothing to do with you being a street guy. It had something to do with your content. It was also at a point where doing music was considered to be some clown shit. Doing music was considered to be some square shit because the drug dealers was getting all the money and the rappers were trying to emulate the drug dealers. The difference was with the drug dealers, sometimes you didn't always have. I mentioned Biggie because I'm talking about me in the parties as a DJ. If you don't like it, you could just hit X and leave. You could just leave. It's that simple. I'm going to mention my hood. I'm going to mention people who I came up with in the culture. And I'm going to mention people who impacted the culture. And we're going to talk about the dark side of the impact. And if you don't like it, you can sit there and play in your little ass like you normally do and just don't type, okay? And for those who are enjoying what I'm doing, I appreciate you. All you little weirdos, go be weird on other people's channel. They waiting for you. All right? We don't do weirdo shit here. Again, you was considered to be, oh, you doing that rap shit? That's what you would get. Oh, what you doing? Oh, you going to do a party? Okay. I would hear that. Oh, you doing a party? Yo, we out here getting this money. We out here doing this. Yo, we about to mess with them chicks. You doing a party. So music became my outlet from the bullshit. And then I would have to go to the bullshit because I practice DJing every day of my life, right? I practice DJing every day of my life. Every day I would go to Harry crib. I always speak of Harry. I go to Harry crib, go to the turntables, Every day I would practice. I would cut Steezo, a record by Steezo called Freak the Funk, every day. Every day I would cut that record. So then this that's from the DJ side of it. Then the MC started getting a lot of shine because now you had different areas of MCs now. Now we got the West Coast dudes. We seeing NWA, Ice Cube, DOC, Beast, the South. You got MJG. You had different people. You had I mean not MJG. We had Scarface. We had the Ghetto Boys. We had Willie D. We had different people coming from different areas now. You had Maestro Fresh West in Canada. You had different people all over doing this thing called rap. And we started hearing people. And for the most part, everybody was not a gangster rapper. So being a gangster rapper was you was able to stand out because everybody didn't want to be gangster. A lot of people wanted to party and have fun. The difference between the old school and a certain school, that's when a lot of time before it got commercialized, because when we think about like Grandmaster Caz and we had different people, they wasn't commercialized. They really didn't have much wax. They didn't have much visuals, right? They didn't have much visuals. So we didn't really know about what they did. And plus they older than us. But when hip hop started, when Yo MTV Raps, Video Music Box, Rap City, the box. Do y'all remember the box where you were able to pay to see your favorite music video? So now, let me fast forward, because hip hop was about having fun. Dudes didn't mind having a high flat top and getting out on the dance floor and dancing with females and doing different stuff. Did I freeze? Why did I freeze? Oh, I did freeze for a second. Dudes didn't mind that. Dudes didn't mind, putting on shoes. Because it wasn't so much difference from the house punk scene in hip hop. That's where it came from. So dudes didn't mind tucking their shirt in, a pair of slacks, not dress pants slacks, but khaki type pants, and dancing. The circle would form and people would dance. The party would go from reggae music. It would be that you get your little wine on. They would play slow jams in the party. You grab a girl. It would be everything. The party was about having fun. The party was about getting a number on your hand, and don't close your hand because you're going to sweat the number away, and having fun. And at this time, this is pre-beeper, pre-cell phone. So you was calling people house phone. You're like, hello, how you doing? Could I speak to Felicia? It would be like that. It wasn't no, yo, it's good. It wasn't no send me a pic. It wasn't no what them titties do, bounce them. It wasn't none of that. It was, you had to call somebody's home. They mama might picked up and you'd be like, good evening. Can I speak to such and such? Hip hop was about having fun. It was about having a good time. It was people that you knew. I forgot what his name is, but I knew one of my homies. I knew Scoob for a very long time. So I know if Scoob and Scrap came to the party, the floor was gonna open. They was gonna dance. I knew if Prancer was gonna come, his name is Prance Low now. They are the dancers that was in the group called Jiggy. They did the Toss It Up, but they were dancers. I knew that when they came in there, certain people came into the party. That circle gonna open. They gonna go in the damn circle and get busy. And we liked it. That was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That was hip hop. They was dancing. They'll play breakbeat records. They would play certain stuff that went with the dancing, because after a while, when breakdancing got played out, which it should have never got played out, but then, things go in its time. When we do stuff in our culture, we say it's played out, but across the world, it'll be prevalent, and you'll have the Japanese kids killing it. You'll have the UK kids killing it, the Chinese killing it. We just don't respect it. We'll get into that later. So the party used to be about having fun, bagging girls, drinking you some beer. Weed wasn't even crazy like that. The party didn't even consist of people smoking weed like that. The weed wasn't like that. I don't remember because I was the DJ. I don't remember smelling weed like that. I don't remember everybody smoking. Smoking weed was isolated things. There was some people who smoked and there was some people who didn't. Weed smoking got commercialized in the 90s. We could talk about that too. So the party was about having fun. Then it became a particular time when the money started being put into hip hop, when the commercialization and the corporate takeover of hip hop started taking place in the early 90s. And they realized that it was a moneymaker and it was an ear to the youth and they needed to sell products. They started using hip hop. So then we started seeing different things. Remember, we seen the St. Ives commercial? St. Ives commercial. Motherfuckers was rapping. And listen, some of the best songs was to St. Ives commercial beat. The Wu-Tang St. Ives commercial. That beat, I don't know who did that beat, RZA, whatever. Please, somebody rap on that beat. Biggie was rapping to the St. Ives commercial beat that became New York, New York, big city of dreams. Biggie was rapping to that, the St. Ives commercial. Ice Cube and EPMD St. Ives commercial was Bird in the Hand beat. So it started becoming commercialized because they had stripped the guards out of it, because the guards was giving knowledge. The guards was uplifting. The guards was saying, I'm black and I'm proud. The guards was saying, read your lessons. The guards was doing different things. So it was very, very pro-black. You had X-Clan. You had Poor Righteous Teachers. You had Brand Nubian. You had a whole movement. You had the Native Tongues. You had a whole movement where hip-hop was fun. Man of God, thank you for supporting my independent voice. It was fun. But then as now people were finding themselves to fight the powers and all that, they had to offset that. How did they offset that? They started injecting drugs. So then you had people, I smoked so much weed, and then it was like weed became popular because the soundtrack was weed. You got songs, Gin and Juice, you got Smoke Buddha, you got all of this stuff about getting high. That's when everybody became weed smokers. That's when everybody started getting high. You had Method Man, Redman, Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg, Keith Murray, the whole Wu-Tang. You had people, but you never had some of the pioneers that were the guards, and we didn't know what they did. But we never knew if Rakim smoked weed. We never knew if Big Daddy Kane smoked weed. We never knew if thank you for supporting my independent voice. We didn't know what they did. We knew they might have drank a little beer, but we didn't know. Then it became a point where everybody was getting high. So those were the early, believe it or not, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Those was the early inception of custies. There's people, I smoke a pound, I do, it became synonymous. That was your hip hop starter kit. You smoke mad weed, you got a hoodie, you got boots on, and you whip ass. That was the era that came in. So then the era after that came in was the drug dealer. When the drug dealer came in, when the era of the drug dealer came, that's when the danger started. Because now you playing with people. Heritage Hip Hop, thank you for the support my independent voice. Now the real drug dealers started saying, hold up, you ain't sell that many bricks. And hold up, if I invest this amount of money, I can get this back. Money laundering I can do. Wash my money, do this. And that was when the danger started. Because once the real street people came in, that's why we see what we see today. When the real street people came in, when the real drug dealer came in and looked at the culture as a drug flip. See, a lot of times you can invest in something. Like right now, if I take $4,000 and invest in something, I will count it as a loss. If I make money from it, fine. But it's an investment. We invest to lose it. The drug dealer mentality is if I invest $4,000, I want eight. I want eight back. And if I don't get eight back, somebody getting hurt. So then was the influx of a lot of these guys got their riches off of selling drugs at first, and now they're in the music business. So when Master P come and he's the ice cream man, he bout it. So we in New York like, damn, he must be getting it. We didn't know a lot of the why, and I'm not singling out Master P, but we didn't know that a lot of the jewelry was fake. We didn't know that. All we knew was, I got to get my bricks up. Not to mention tying the movies, Scarface. Not to mention all the street gangster movies, because as a New Yorker, our first introduction to West Coast style of life was Colors, Boys in the Hood, Minister Society, South Central. Do you know that we was walking around the hood going, Deuce? We didn't even know what it was. I promise you, we was just like, Deuce. Or we was like, yo, hey, Bobby, watch your bitch. We was just doing that shit because we was emulating, right? We didn't understand. But all this shit, now you got these gangster movies with rappers in it. My bro, MC8 is in there. Ice Cube is in there. Saphir is in there. Saphir is Cousin Harold. We didn't understand what was happening. So now we looking at all this shit, right? We looking at all this shit going on. And now this is becoming our culture. We get high, we get drunk. Bitches ain't shit but hoes. Poom poom short. All of this shit started invading shit because then you had reggae that was still roots and culture. Them no bleaches still was, there was other genres of the music that was trying to hold on to our culture as Black people, and they weeded all that shit out. They got rid of all that shit. So then let's skip a little bit, and it just became a time where if you're not a street gangster nigga, you're not a rapper. You're not a rapper. If you don't have this background, if you don't have this elaborate background, if you never murder, death, kill, harm, slap, hold, fuck, pimp, you're not a good rapper. It didn't become about skill no more. It became about the hustle. That's why when people go to parties now, they don't even dance no more because they rather be seen than dance. Everybody's doing this. Filming themselves. Doing, women playing in their hair. The dudes is the toughest, showing their jewelry, they belt. Niggas will tuck their hoodie in their pants to show they belt. So it's just all in disarray. And this is shit that nobody really talks about. Everybody's celebrating hip hop, but nobody really wants to get down to what happened. What happened? Why are we in this disarray in the culture? Because it's all good for them to go up there and dance. They're sponsored. The Yankee Stadium, all that is good. But what happened to the part where hip hop was about loving on each other, where hip hop was about brown skinned lady, when hip hop was about Bonita Applebone, when hip hop was about making, dudes used to make hip hop love. LL made I Need Love. I Need a Roundaway Girl. Shan made You Left Me Lonely. They used to make hip hop love songs. Big Daddy Kane had a song called Day by Day. So that wiped everything out. And then we had our New York movies. We had our Juice that they put hip hop in it to the allure, but it was really a street movie. Then you got Tupac in there, right? We had New Jack City, where people from out of town started thinking that this is how New York was. And I used to be like, yo, if you come here, you're going to get your head knocked off. That shit ain't like that. That's a movie. So thank y'all. I don't know what happened, but this is part one I'll come back and do part two. You know, when you talk real stuff, they don't like it. This is part one. I'll come back and do part two. I'll do part two. I'll come back. Tomorrow I'll do part two. And I'm gonna explain. This is part one. I'll come back and do part two. So what I want you to do, just please hit the like, please support. But I'll do part. They got me looking like they got me. But this is part one. I'll do part two because what's gonna happen now? I got all of that out of the way. I could have went a little bit more in depth, but I got all of that out the way. What I could do is go in depth. But I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna talk, matter of fact, until I'm completely shut down. But I need y'all to hit the like button so they can't stop what's going on. Because if y'all don't hit the like, they think we don't want it. But really quick, this is ran by certain keywords and certain things. That's why autocorrect automatically comes on. So when they hear certain shit, okay. So let me skip just in case they try to play. So then it became nowadays everybody has to be gangster, everybody has to be a drug dealer, everybody got to be a part of the gang. That's a part of the plan. That's a part of the establishment's plan to lead to. That's a part of the plan to lead to this. This is the dark side that nobody want to talk about. This is the impact of everything that I said. This is what it leads to. This is only one side. So if hip hop started in 1973, you mean to tell me the first murder in hip hop took place in 1987? So from 73 to 87, nobody got killed commercially in hip hop? What does that say about hip hop? What does that say about the culture? What does that say about something went wrong? Something went wrong to where it became about murder. Now, this list doesn't have nothing to do with hip hop and people being killed, but many people on this list said things that caused them to get killed in different things, or they were just a part of a culture where murder, death, kill became what we're all about now. So we can go through the list really quick. Some names I'm not familiar with, not gonna lie to you, but everybody on this list has gotten murdered. And this is a short list because we know of more people, but they probably wasn't famous enough or popular. I was about to say famous enough or popular enough to do this. So we got Scott LaRock in 87, died from a shooting. Paul C, which is large. If you love Large Professor, you should love Paul C. If you love Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd and many other artists, you should love Paul C. He died from a shooting in 1989. Danny D-Boy Rodriguez, I have no clue who that is, but he died in 1990. Charisma, I don't know who that is as well, not going to lie to you. 1993. Stretch of the Live Squad, Brother of Majesty, is a part of Thug Life, great friend of Tupac. Died in 1995. So as we always talk about Biggie and Tupac, Stretch got killed first. Seagram, remember that name. I remember that. 1996. Tupac, the one that they talk about the most. 1996. Yaki Gaddafi, his god brother, I believe. 1996. Also was a part of Tupac entourage. The Notorious B.I.G. 1997. Murdered, shooting. Fat Pat, 1998. Shooting. Big L, 1999, shooting. Freaky Tah, 1999, shooting. DJ Uncle Al, don't know who that is. Shooting, 2001. Jam Master Jay, a part of one of the most famous groups in hip hop history. Shooting. Sabotage, in Brazil, don't know who he is. Shooting. Camouflage, I heard of him before. I remember uh, um, adds of him in the sauce. Uh, Shooting. Now look at we're gonna review something else after this. Savannah, Georgia, shooting, half a mil. Shooting. The verdict on half a mil death, I don't want to speak on, but as y'all see, I did an interview with a guy that said half a mil was not murdered, half a mil unalived himself. And that was a guy by the name of Bloodsport. You can look that up. That's on the channel. Soldier Slim. We know who Soldier Slim is. 2003. Mac Dre. 2004. Blade Icewood. Do not know who that is. Detroit, Michigan. Shooting. Proof. Big Proof. Eminem's hype man, right hand man. D12. Shooting. Big Hawk. Texas. Shooting. VL Mike. Do not know who that is. But shooting. 2008. Dollar. Shooting. Lily. Puerto Rico. Don't know who that is. Magnolia Shorty. They did specials on her. Shooting. Bad News Brown. Unspecified violence. So we don't know. Ada and Zapata. I don't know who that is. But also Mexico. Shooting. Little Fat. Shooting. MC. I can't pronounce the last name, so I don't try. But Brazil. Shooting. Lil Snoop. We know him. He was on a come up. Part of Dream Chasers. With Meek Mill. Shooting. I cannot pronounce the next name, so I'm not going to try, and I don't want to be disrespectful. But stabbing. That's horrible. Depths Man. England. I don't know who that is, but you know, RIP. Not trying to be funny. Stabbing. Dobie was supposed to be a part of T.I.'s Grand Hustle. Shooting. The Jacker. Very, very popular person. Many people love the Jacker. I seen rest in peace the Jacker from people from Freeway all the way to Cormega. Shooting. Flabber. Not too sure who that is. South Africa. Stabbing. Chinks. Shooting. Bankroll Fresh. Shooting. 3-2. Shooting. XXX Tentencia. I never knew how to pronounce the guy's name. My bad. But rest in peace to him. We saw that play out because that wasn't too long ago. Shooting. Jimmy Wapo. Shooting. Smoke Dog. Shooting. Young Greatness. Shooting. Face. I guess that's how you pronounce that. In the Netherlands. Shooting. Kevin Fret. Shooting. Nipsey Hussle. We remember that day. Shooting. Pop Smoke. We remember that day. Shooting. Huey. Not too familiar with. Shooting. King Von. Shooting. Mo 3. Shooting. Young Dolph. And I'm not going to go through them all, but PNB Rock was another one. Takeoff. And even somebody in Puerto Rico, the beginning of June. And if you look at the median age of these people, it's probably about 30 years old. I see some 40s, maybe 1 or 2 40s, but it might be 32. So, what does this have to do with hip hop? How does this all tie in with everything? I'll come back. Hopefully, I'm not froze or anything like that. Because they don't have Billboard on there. They don't have FBG Duck. They don't got Stack Bundles. There's many other people that were murdered that are not even on it. I said Billboard. Billboard. Damn, his name is eluding me, and I don't like the fact that. Is his name Billboard? Was it Billboard? The young man that was down with DJ Quick. What is his name? What is his name? The young man that was down with DJ Quick. Was it? No, Mossberg. I was saying Billboard. It's Mossberg. Another rapper that Mossberg. Big Payback was down with Spider Loke. So it's a lot of people who got murdered. Why is this happening? Why did that happen? Because it became a particular point in time where you had to be in the street. It's so many people that's not on that list. This is the dark side of the culture that they don't talk about. This is the shit that they push. This is the shit that is rewarded for. This is the shit that it's become. No more Billboard. I knew it was somebody named Billboard. It did no more is a circle. When the last time you seen a circle at a party? Many of you might be 25 watching me in this culture. You've never saw people dance in a party. You never seen people dance in a party in your life, unless they're in their little sections. See, when we party back in the days, we didn't section it off. The party was the party. We went around the party. It wasn't about how drunk you could get. It wasn't about how high you could get. It was about how you party. Many of the women sweat their hair out, sweat their braids out. You would see dudes come out the hoodie. Proof was on there. This is the part that they're not talking about. Who's responsible for the mindset of where the culture is at? Meek Mill tried to tell you. So as people are dancing and having fun and having a good time, why is it like this? So you mean to tell me because I rap, because I DJ, because I'm a producer, it's worth my life? Because I gotta keep it real. I gotta be a part of this. Because I'm in this field, I can die. Not to mention the drugs that's pushed on me. Not to mention just the overall poor mentality, the poor language, the poor mindset. And when I say poor, I don't mean poor from the financial standpoint. I mean poor of how I carry myself. I've never seen a time where it's been so cool for men and women to speak the way they do on social media. You ever have love and respect for somebody based off of how they carry themselves and then lose it all in one day? I've never seen domestic violence get promoted. I never seen all this hypersexuality. I never seen all of this different types of get promoted. They weaponize hip hop against us. They all know it, but they don't want to say it because they still eat off it. And being that it's all some of these guys know, they don't want to tell the truth. They're not going to tell the truth. So you're going to have complex. You're going to have different people that try to curate the culture because they don't have to be in the culture. They can be from the outside. Do you notice people who speak the most about the culture in a negative way have nothing to do with the creating of the culture? They don't know how to make a beat. They don't rap. They don't dance. They don't DJ. They'll say, I'm a consumer. I know what's good hip hop. But listen, it's cool that you know good hip hop. But why tear down everything? I'm thinking that people are being sent now to tear shit down because you didn't build anything. And when you didn't build anything, it's quick to tear shit down. Look at it. That's why you have an influx of podcasters. That's why you have an influx of YouTubers. They're here to destroy it, but they want to run with the same things. They want to run with all the spooky shit, regurgitated shit. They never been a part of shit. So now even the people who's supposed to love it are looking at it from a side of people who don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. Hip hop wasn't always like this. It wasn't. Block parties wasn't always like this. Block parties didn't always get shot up. These have days where the projects were celebrated. It didn't always get shot up. When that music came on, all bullshit stopped because everybody loved the music. That was the thing that brought us all together. Now the music is the thing that's tearing us apart. There is no way I need to hear the color of a woman's asshole. There's no way that I need to hear that you like to have sex raw dog. Why is that there for anyone to see? Why is that there for anybody to hear? There is no more block parties. There's no more block association. You know why? Because everybody's in the crib on this being a critic of a culture that doesn't even exist anymore. How are you saying hip hop, you saved my life? But look how many lives was lost by this same hip hop. Look how many times shit is egged on. If I don't get on here and I don't speak negative and I don't have nothing to say bad about somebody, people don't watch that. And I get it. I understand it. There's no more block parties. The children don't jump double dutch. They don't play tag. They play Minecraft, Roblox, and what's the other shit? Rec Room. That's it. That's it. We forced to be a part of a gang. You know why? Because the rappers are gang members. The rappers are the coolest people in the world. The rappers became the damn heroes for black people. So now we're going off of, he said, and he is full of shit. He has a boss. I seen Diddy the other day talking about some shit. Puffy the producer is back. I'm back. My man, respectfully to you, stop. Cut this shit. Because a lot of people died on that man watch too. But all he got to do was put on one of them records and nobody cares anymore. You can't drink it, smoke it, fuck it, dance to it, kill it. You don't care. I remember dubbing somebody else's tape. Yo, give me a copy of that. You don't listen to the radio no more. You don't care anymore. They taught you not to care. All you care about is the most destructive part of the culture. And this is the end result. The end result is these kids being out of their goddamn mind. These kids smoking, drinking, stinking. You ever walk past some of these people? They don't know nothing about hygiene no more. This culture is what created tattoos where you don't even see beautiful black skin no more. You just see marks all over. Sometimes you don't know if a person from far away is dark or light because their skin is all marked up. Their hair is crazy. Their dress is crazy. This is what this shit produced. This is what's going on in the hood. Everybody is trying to emulate what they see, but what they don't know, what they see has been fueled by an agenda to make money, to fill up the jails, to fill up the morgues, to fill up the organs. They don't care about us. They don't care. They promote scamming. They promote phoneboyism. They promote we don't love these hoes. They promote she got two dudes, one in the DM, one in the bed. The dude in the bed don't know about the one in the DM. The one in the DM don't know about the one in the bed. So it's been weaponized against us. Everything that we see, don't you wonder, like, damn, did I need to know that? I don't care about that. Just hit play. Me, I'm a hit play guy. I don't need to know your background, where you was raised, what set you was a part of, because I don't care, because all they do is set all them up and then give them all RICO charges. They lock them all up. Have we ever seen a time where a genre of music has been under attack where so many arrests in a genre of music, where the head artist is the head of a criminal prize organization, allegedly, criminal enterprise? Have we ever seen that? If you're making legitimate money and you got millions legitimately, you're a head of a criminal organization? Make it make sense. People in the street getting bodied, and then you go make a damn video, they messing with me again. So they're messing with my stream. I want to continue, but I'm starting to get a little annoyed. I'm starting to get a little annoyed because they messing with my stream. Please share this video, like this video. We in situations now where what I'm saying has to be more heard than bullshit. Because it's a lot of bullshit. It's easy for me to get on here and say some shit about people that make everybody go crazy. It's easy for me. I know what to say. I could diss anybody. I could say, fuck this, I could do all that. But look what I'm talking about. Look what I'm talking about. So at the same time, what I'm saying, and these guys on YouTube are going to regurgitate. They're going to take all my talking points. I see it every day. Look, I'll be back. But because I can't take what they're doing to me. Like, it's driving me a little nuts right now. It's definitely not my connection. But again, they're trying to stop what I'm saying. So I'm going to come back another time, and let me just give you something before I go, hopefully. The same weed, and this is why I want to get back to weed really quick. The same weed that was promoted in the 90s, do you know that they took that away and replaced it with what they wanted you to have? That's not grown. That's not from JA. That's not from Canada. That's not from the West Coast no more. The same weed that they use, the rappers, they use rap to promote weed. To where everybody started getting high. They took all that shit away. It don't exist no more now. Now they got you smoking GMO weed. They got niggas smoking K2. Because now you just want to get high. So they made weed a thing to where everybody's doing it. And they took that shit away and replaced it. They replaced it with this bullshit. Infinite ways. Is it innate? Oh, innate ways. Thank you for supporting my independent voice. They took it away and replaced it with this wild shit. Why would they legalize something? Why would they legalize it? You never thought about that? Why would they legalize? Why was it illegal for so long? So all the brothers who locked up, who got caught with 20, 30 pounds and all that been in jails for a long time, in jail for a long time, why would they legalize it now? So do they come home? We seeing full-blown zombies in front of us. And I don't want to disrespect nobody, so I don't want to call nobody out. But we're seeing in rappers and interviews like this. Nodding off. We know dope heads. We got them in our family. I grew up across the street from a methadone center, so I know dope fiend when I see it. They putting it opioids everywhere now. I remember growing up and having a headache, and my grandmother would say, take a Tylenol. And I'd be like, no, I don't like taking pills. Well, we are a big ass petri dish. We a petri dish. Hip hop has been weaponized against us. Have you ever seen a time where everybody is just talking about anything else that goes on in the culture? We don't know shit up. We don't know anything but hip hop. How did that happen? Anything that you grew up doing does not exist anymore. Do you realize that? Did that not resonate with you? Love don't even exist no more. Camaraderie don't exist no more. Male and female love don't exist no more. Relationships don't exist no more. Love for the children don't exist no more. Love for your brother, your sister, your homeboy, your neighbor. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Nothing exists no more. You don't think that's a problem? You don't think that's a problem? You don't think that this is by design? Nothing exists anymore. What are people saying? I'm practicing. No, just in case you ask me. Nothing exists anymore. Everything has been taken and replaced. But what has been? They even took religion away, which I'm not all for religion. But goddamn, in some religions, some of y'all had got some discipline that you need more than ever right now. You need that more than ever. Yeah, I don't even know my neighbors. How about that? Growing up, when I went outside, I was in the hands of the community. Somebody crossed me across the street. When I went in the store with a note, some elder took me to what I needed. There's nothing anymore that you knew. Anything that you grew up with don't even exist. It don't even, the shit that exists 5 years ago don't even exist. The shit that existed 10 years ago does not exist anymore. It's all gone. Don't you understand what's going on? Don't you understand what's happening? Don't you understand what's happening? They took our love of dance. They took our love of music and switched everything that we loved about it and put all the devil shit in it. Now we all worship the devil and don't even know it. To where the rappers are openly doing devil hand symbols, pointing upside down crosses on their head, painting their nails, doing devil shit right in your face. Right in your face. And you still worship them. You still say, yeah, he had on a dress, but he's nice. Busta Rhymes, a God Body Blood. Yeah, we gotta push Young Thug album to #1. For what? Busta Rhymes, a God Body Blood. We've been deceived. We've been had. All these motherfuckers sold us out. I started saying, damn, why motherfucker on camera so much out of nowhere? They wearing fake jewelry. All of them got this fake ass teeth. You don't see the script? They all following the script. They all following the script. All of them. Even the ones you have respect for are following a script. All the women look this way. All the men look this way. They all talk this way. They all carry themselves this way. So it comes from the higher uppers. It comes from certain people. They put all the money into these people and they say, hey, if you want to make money, we're going to need you to brainwash them and put it in the music. Meek Mill just told you. All these billionaires, they're not billionaires off of rap. They're not even a billionaire off of hip hop. They're billionaires off of selling spirits. Liquor is called spirits. Liquor is called spirits. They're billionaires off of selling us spirits. I got a new weed strain. You know what a strain means? That means the way that it was put together. So if I take an apple seed and I take a watermelon seed and put it together, what I got a wapple, a water apple, an apple melon? They fucking with us. So everybody celebrating hip hop. You don't stop. Now I'm like, yo, hold up. Nah, some shit gotta change because I have culture. Hip hop is not my culture. Hip hop is a part of my culture, but it's not my culture because they came and fucked it up. They came and did something to it that does not represent me. They did something that does not represent me. So all y'all hip hop saved my life. Hip hop do this. Okay. Okay. It did? Hip hop saved your life? So how come so many of the brothers and sisters lost theirs? That's why we martyr them. That's why we martyr them. We celebrate. I love Big L. I love Big L. I remember hearing Big L on a damn tour bus with Lord Finesse. But Big L is martyred. Why? Because he got killed. You got people who love Big L that don't even love Eazy-E. And we're not talking about skill. We're talking about cultural impact. I love Big L. Big L deserves all the accolades and love that he get. I'm not knocking that. But you think somebody in Tennessee know who Big L is? You think they know? They don't know who he is. But it's the way he got killed that's promoted. Eazy-E died a certain way. But what if Eazy-E had got killed on the streets? Eazy-E, one of the godfathers of West Coast rap. What if he had gotten killed on the streets? You don't even see people say rest in peace to Eazy-E. Shit, we done forgot Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and them come from Eazy-E. Pause. We done forgot. We done forgot he made them gangsters. We done forgot. So, the deepest shit is that this thing that everybody loved, this thing that everybody want to celebrate, look what it did to us, man. Remember that part of New Jack City where he was talking to G Money on the roof, Nino Brown, and he said, "What has this done to us, G?" I'm just asking y'all, what has this hip hop shit done to us? Love, dead. Camaraderie, dead. Biggie, dead. Tupac, dead. Big L, dead. Freaky Tah, dead. Jam Master Jay, dead. Stack Bundles, dead. Chinks Drugs, dead. Soldier Slim, dead. Pop Smoke, dead. Young Dolph, dead. Nipsey Hussle, dead. What has this shit done to us? What has this shit done to us? Seriously. Because it's easy to say we made money. It changed people's life. Dirty money always changed people's life. It's changed some people's lives, but it didn't change everybody's life. Look at the treachery that came from it. Look at the double crossing, underhanded, bad contracts that came from it. Barbie girl, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my independent voice. Look what came from this shit. You had motherfuckers saying vote or die. That if you didn't vote, you were going to die. If you didn't vote, you're going to die. You got dudes getting into real estate that sold out black communities. cutting ribbons, knowing that was the start of gentrification. When the Barclays came, that was it for Brooklyn. It's a beautiful structure. We love it. But that was it. You can't be a person in your community that poison the whole community and give out turkeys on Thanksgiving. You can't be the person that's giving out toys. Because if you didn't do shit to individuals, they would be able to afford their own toys, but they gave you money because they bought crack off you. They bought coke off you. They bought dope off you. They bought narcotics. They bought pills. Niggas is in the hood sipping syrup. Fucking cough medicine. That shit come from hip hop. That shit come from hip hop. They made songs about doing illegal drugs and people were dying from it. And those are the biggest records. But it was infectious. The music was infectious. But that's how we do it out here. Y'all niggas is dying. Spinning the pot, spinning the block, whipping the pot, killing the ops. That's niggas is dying. That shit come from hip hop. That shit is funded. It's video shot. Now they shoot videos where the video could be done with a camera. Videos they used to spend $30,000 on that shit. In 8 ways, thank you. Thank you so much. And don't let the white boy show y'all up. What? See? In 8 ways, yo, I appreciate you, fam, because I'm going to be real with you. You supporting me is deep because I don't be all that kind to your people on my channel. So if you just listening to what I'm saying and you could relate to it, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really be all that kind to your people on my channel. And it ain't personal. You know what I'm saying? It's systematic. It's not you. It's not your family, but it's just systematic. And if you can come here and support, I definitely know I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm against the system, not you. You know what I'm saying? But look how much depression this shit caused. Look how much anxiety. Did you ever see a time where everybody got anxiety? Everybody's taking Xanax. Everybody's taking antidepressants. I smoke weed to calm me down. I can't sleep. God's Jewels, thank you for supporting my independent voice. Have you ever seen a time where everything we do is based off hip hop, but everybody's depressed? Everybody is sad. Crazy. Ladies, some of y'all were raised a certain way based off your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, or just, wasn't the same dude. Oh. J.R. Rosenberg. Let me flame you really quick. Wait, wasn't you the same dude who was praising the Deceps? Now you talking this. Didn't the Deceps terrorize people? Well, J.R. Rosenberg, I never praised anybody. I gave history of Brooklyn. Deceps wasn't global. Deceps were local. Did the Deceps affect you wherever you was from? I was anti-Decepticon. But it's something that happened. The Deceps didn't spread to Minnesota. There's not Deceps in Brazil. It was something local that happened in New York City. Unless you from New York, you don't even know what I'm talking about. So praise these nuts in your mother and your sister mouth for trying to be funny. Can never check me. And then praise nobody. Stupid. Anyway. And that's something that took place over 20 years ago, over 25 years ago, damn near 30 years ago. So what are you talking about? You've never seen me sit on my channel praising any street organization ever. Ever. So what are you talking about? Silent and listen. Silent and listen. That was 80, 89, 90. Look what year we in. Anyway, back to hip hop. This great thing that it saved my life. It did. Look how many people it killed. Look how many people from the messages it killed people. Who paid for that? Now think about the double entendre of who paid for that. Meaning who funded it and who paid the price of the reception of the bad things from it. So you got two different pays. You got people who paid for it, then you got people who paid for it that received it. Think about that. Who paid for all of this shit? Who paid? Somebody funded it. Because regardless of how you look at any of these artists, all about any of these things, they had to go to somebody and somebody say, yeah, I'll give you $1 million for that. Respect to NBA Youngboy. I will never single anybody out. But when you hear NBA Youngboys getting deals and the deals is 100 million and this million and that million, you say, damn, what the hell that's all about? The young man who got like 8 kids everywhere, who talk about boom and shit. Now he's hanging with Mackinnon. But the Mackinnon dude used to be with Drake, but he don't like Drake, and Youngboy don't like Drake. Make all this shit make sense. Now we got situations where there's look at the sexuality shit that's going on. But then you say, hey, I don't want my kids to see this. When Cardi B, do respect to Cardi B. But when Cardi B daughter heard her shit, what did she tell you? She told you, my kids can't listen to this. My daughter can't listen to this, but yours can though. And you see these pretty little babies singing all that shit. They know all that shit. Think about that. These pretty little girls learn all that shit. They know all that shit. Hip hop. We used to do it in the parks. Do y'all have anything in the community anymore? Is there anything in the community? Think about it. Look at this sexuality that's going on. The all mixed shit that's going on. Look at this shit. So they could talk how great it is. It's 50 years. All these individuals that got the poorest bad deals that right now are still owed money. Why are they not getting a just due? Look at all these individuals that's owed money that got poor bad deals that are destitute on drugs. A lot of them you don't hear about. That got bad deals. That they don't have their publishing. They don't even own their music. I'm telling you, listen, I seen some contracts that you be like, whoa, that's deep. It's a lot going on. You know what? You just keep saying stupid shit, saying you crazy and all that shit. You could. Peace. Anyway. I'm not. Let me tell you something. One thing about me, I'm not here to. I'm not arguing with nobody. I'm not trying to convince nobody anything. This is not emotional. This is not coming from a place of what I think. I'm talking about what I know. I done been in studios with the greatest. I done been in record labels. I done been on tours. I done heard the horror stories. Remember, I'm an individual who they come to when they've been done wrong. I've heard horror stories that y'all don't even know. Listen, I heard horror stories that y'all don't even know. That y'all don't even know. People scared to talk. It's people scared to tell their truth. And I know the stories. I know the stories. And they scared to speak. I'd be like, why are you telling me this? You wrote what? Oh man, this would change hip hop if people found this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Think about one of the biggest tricks in hip hop. You have an individual that was so-called the forefather of hip hop that was allegedly, um, and in some cases, I believe that was doing the children wrong. Africa Bambaataa. I didn't see him celebrated because he been disgraced from the culture, rightfully so. But then one of the people that he so-called harmed and disgraced is now on the internet disgracing other people. You see how the line of the molester molest people and then they turn around and hurt other people with their words? See, hurt people hurt people. Just really think about that shit. And retains an audience from being completely negative. But then try to act like they're here to help you, but don't do shit to help nobody. But talk. Won't even help the people who've been harmed the way he allegedly been harmed. All this shit is, but all that shit is done under hip hop. Now, many women have been wrongfully touched, abused, studios, groupies, tours where you met somebody on a tour, you slept with them, you never saw them again. They might have put a baby in you. You know that some of your favorite hip hop groups have goddamn babies all over the world? It's, like I said, I just know what I know. So it ain't for me to spew anybody else's pain because somehow, some way, it'll always turn into you being the bad guy. But people have told me some horrible shit. Some horrible shit. And they scared. Why? I don't know. I'm not pussy. Like anything ever happened to me, I don't give a fuck. I ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm going to handle my business. Straight like that. I'm going to handle my business. But we love it though, right? So if you love it, if you love hip hop the way I do, love the part where the love was in it. Love the part where that made you smile. Play your favorite song tomorrow. Play the shit that make you want to jump on the floor and do a head spin. Play the shit that make you bop your head, that make you break your neck. Play that shit. All this crazy ass destructive shit and these horror stories that come about that with it. Nah. Cause they fronting. KRS-One, I love KRS-One to death. He's one of my top 5. But when they asked him about something, he said, I don't give a fuck. Let's really think about that shit. What do you think about this? I don't give a fuck. Huh? Damn. You know what? Diamond J. Rose, thank you for supporting my independent voice. You don't what? Yeah, I find myself listening to Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane, Cannonball Adderley, Nat Adderley. I find myself listening to stuff to take me out of a place that could put me in a place of darkness. Well, they asked Karis one what he thought about the Africa Bambaataa thing on Drink Champs. You could look it up because there's a dark cloud over this shit. It's been corporate control, corporate run, corporate funded, and I sit there and I'll be in the gym with like 225 benching, listening to H Town. You know what I'm saying? Like I listen to shit because again, one thing that's missing from all of us is love. There is no love. There is no love. Love is not verbiage, it's great to hear, but the action is greater than hearing it because you show love. Showing love is not monetary. Showing love is receiving love how you want it to be received. Because everybody got this, my love language is my love language is that. And it's always what somebody's not capable of doing. But hip hop, we don't own it. It's not ours. It's a lot of moles. A mole is people who are plants. It's a lot going on. And I just listen to jazz music. I listen to music that make me feel good. I listen to Donny Hathaway. Someday we'll all be free. I used to have that song on repeat when I was in the darkest time of my life. I would just listen to that song. And there is no love no more. Nothing. And the funniest thing is that I see people when you do say hip hop saved my life. Did it? It didn't save your community. It didn't save your condition. It saved their life. Shout out to Steve Rifkin, Loud Records. You know he's from the lineage of record label owners. His uncle and his father owned Spring Records. Look that shit up. Many of them passed it down. They passed down your shit. They passed down. Oh shit. Anyway. Boycotts don't work because we can't think of anything as a collective. We can't agree on anything as a collective. Should I listen to the Bee Gees before I listen to some of this shit? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. One of my favorite groups of all time, this might shock you, is Hall and Oates. Oh man, you don't listen to Hall and Oates? Hall and Oates, man. Hall and Oates. Listen to some Hall and Oates. Stop listening to this shit that makes you feel a certain way that fucks with. You know, it's a scientific fact that that shit fucks with your nervous system. Did you know that? It's a scientific fact. They did a study on music and water. They did a study of music and water. What does your body consist of? What is most of the makeup of your body, especially your brain? What is in your brain? So if it does this to water, and your body is water, your brain is water, what do you think it does to your brain? Let's really think about that. It's all a fuck. Look it up. It's probably on YouTube. How you could just type in shit like how does music affect water? They use some music as torture. Did you know that? Hold on. Let's see if we can find it together. Hold on. Hey, I like to because I'm about to wind down anyway. So hold on. Maybe we could, find it together. How does music affect the brain? Oh shit. We ain't even gotta say water. How does music affect the brain? Look, how does music affect mental health? Interesting. We could click the first thing that came up. This is your brain on music. Interesting. So you can watch this on at your own time. It's many. How does music affect behavior? They got studies. Can music heal your brain? Remember, we all got these damn headphones on right on our head. So you're hearing the music, you're hearing the actual vibration on your brain. Remember, baby making music? The music made you want to fuck. What did they call them? Love songs. Wasn't really no heavy drum songs. A lot of strings, a lot of chords, mellow. But you know what we love? Annie up, jack that fool. I love that shit. What do you think is going to happen to you when you're listening to? Make sure you follow the Digital Soapbox Network channel. That is the partner channel to me. So you got Doggie Diamonds TV, you got Digital Soapbox Network. Make sure you follow that channel. So if you are a subscriber to my channel, you got to support over there too. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, with that, I gotta go. Y'all with me on a Saturday night. I don't even want to leave y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm abandoning y'all, but I gotta get some sleep. Also I have to. Oh, it's only 11 o'clock. It's early. It's early, and I gotta do some research on something. I'm hitting something in Logic. Shout out to the brothers who hit me up to help me with Logic too. That's what I do love about my audience. When I put the call out, y'all respond. So I love it. Um, yeah, this shit affects your heart. It affects your nerves. I went to see. All right, let me just tell you something really quick before I go. Um, I went to see a different type of doctor before. He was called a iridologist. An iridologist is an individual that takes a picture of your eyes. He takes a picture of your eyes. And through your eyes, he can see what's wrong with you. Very weird. You can look it up. Just trying different types of, holistic medicine. Um, on my eyes, he told me. He did. I never saw this man a day in my life. I didn't tell him any ailments I might have. I didn't tell him anything that was bothering me. I didn't tell him anything. I didn't tell him my background. I didn't tell him what I did for a living. I didn't tell him anything. This man looked at me and said, "You listen to loud music." I said, what are you talking about? He said, no, your nerves are really, really bad. It's the music you listen to. You listen to music too loud. My, how could you tell? He showed me on my eye where that was affecting me. Call it iridologist. It's an eye. It's not an eye doctor, but he looks at your eye. So at that particular time, I was on my production shit hard. So, we had these headphones, Beats by Dre. I'm telling you, this is shit it starts really, really getting deep. Talk show the visionary. Thank you for supporting my independent voice. That's why I was like, that's why they sell headphones. Serious iris backwards. Iris, eye, headphones, loud music, nervous system. Oh, shit. Everything started making sense. Like, oh, shit. Yo. I started getting I started bugging. I'm like, yo, am I the only one who's thinking something? iPhone, everything got an I in front of it. Serious iris background. Backwards. Everything is I. I this, I that, iPhone, iPad, iPhone, iMac. Everything is the eyes. It's called Mac. What is it called Mac for? Because we think, but it's called Mac for Macintosh. What is a Macintosh? It's Apple. What the fuck Apple got to do with anything? Why is it called Apple? What does Apple got to do with it? The apple. In the Garden of Eden, when they saw their nakedness, they ate the apple. The eyes again. Because they ate the apple, they was able to see everything. Back to the eyes. The iPhone, the iMac, Siri, Iris. That's why it's called Macintosh Apple. Oh, shit. Holy shit. So you start putting it all together. You start putting it all together. And hip hop is tied right into that. Start putting it all together, and it's just there for you. It's right there for you. It's laid out for you. But from us having a good time, from us having fun, we don't see none of that. We don't hear none of that. They just been fucking with us. Hold on. Hey Siri. Why is your name Siri?
Siri is just the name they gave me when I got the job. It doesn't mean any one specific thing, but I like it.
Hey Siri. What is Siri backwards?
I found this on the web.
Let's go. I'm gonna read to you what it said. I don't know what the hell that was about. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
what is Siri backwards? Can you say it out loud?
The current volume is 0%.
That's not what I asked you, fam. Hey Siri,
Hmm?
what is Siri backwards?
Here's what I found.
Thank you, Shaquel. Actual facts. That's why the apple is a bitten apple. You are absolutely right. Thank you for pointing that out because I forgot to point that out. It's not an apple, it's a bitten apple. Yeah, Siri don't want that smoke. Hey Siri,
Uh-huh.
spell Siri backwards.
Here's what I found.
Yeah, you playing. Hey Siri,
Mm-hmm.
why is the Mac logo an apple?
I found this on the web.
Got one better. Got one better for y'all. Got one better. I'm going to screen share with y'all really quick. We're going down somewhere tonight. This is called Pi. This has a voice, which we're going to turn on.
Okay, so you just want a short description about the sentencing without a lot of
No,
extra
I don't want
details,
you.
is that right? In that case, I could say something like Tori Lanez was sentenced to 10 years
All
in
right. We don't want you to say anything really quick. We want you to be
Okay,
quiet.
so you just want a short description.
Okay. I'm going to find something. Hold on. Let me type something. What is Siri spelled backwards?
Short description about the
I
sentencing
don't
without
know
a lot of
why
extra
you
details,
why
is
you're
that
not
right?
listening.
In that case, I could say something like Tori Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in
She's
prison.
just stupid. This is AI, by the way, y'all. This is AI. There we go. Let's try.
Hey, very funny. Siri spelled backwards is irisi, which isn't a word, but it sure is fun to say. You seem to have a sense of humor. Is that something you're looking for in a chat with me, or are you just messing with me?
It's Irisi. Since when has it been Irisi? But okay. Why does Apple use a bitten apple for their logo?
Haha, it seems like you're on a roll with the questions, but I'll answer seriously. The Bitten Apple logo has been associated with Apple since the company's early days. The company's co-founder, Steve Jobs, chose the Bitten Apple because he thought it was a simple, memorable, and iconic symbol. Plus, the Bitten Apple looks a bit like an abstract human head, which could represent how the computer is an extension of the user's mind. And of course, it doesn't hurt that it's a little bit cheeky and fun.
So, as you can see, when you're dealing with AI and different things, it also could be used to throw you off. Because we know better than that. But that's another site called Pi. Yeah. Facial recognition, Minority Report. Anyway, somebody said water. Listen, I'm gonna holler at y'all later on, man. I gotta go. It's 800 y'all. I don't want to leave y'all, but I would appreciate you if you hit the like button, as well as share this, as well as leave a comment on the video, even though you left a comment on the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here with me. But I would appreciate if you leave a comment, even if you say checking in, good video, whatever. I appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, yeah, I'ma holla. Peace. Tiptoe.